I'm GEEGA, and I always remember to record my intro.
I'm Kuro. I definitely did not forget to record my intro.
Welcome to GEEGA Chat. Terminally online means a person who is online so much that it's just really affected everything about them. Their personality, what they find funny, their sense of humor was affected, all of that, right?
Wait, am I terminally online?
You might be.
I have like 7 tabs open currently.
Oh. Do you cycle between them, like pointlessly?
Yeah, I go from like YouTube to TikTok to Twitter, like refresh Twitter, go back to YouTube.
Oh no.
Is that bad? Wait, what? I gotta keep updated, man.
True. When you're a streamer, you feel like if you're not keeping updated, you start to stress. You're like, I'm falling behind. I don't know today's meme, right?
It's being a streamer.
Do you feel like you were less terminally online before you were a streamer? Did that change over time?
Actually, no. Now it's like related to me. Before it would just be related to people I watch.
For me, it was the same exact thing, but I was part of other people's communities, right? So that kind of made me want to stream because I like community-based stuff. Was it the same for you?
I had a whole obsession watching Twitch streamers, and I used to like really be involved. Like I'd be on their subreddits and shit.
Oh wow. Oh, you were deep in there.
Yeah, I was deep. If you're on the subreddit, then it's far gone, man.
I may not seem the type. I used to be like that for Forsen. I have no clue why.
I like Forsen's community. It's just, why Forsen? That's all I want to ask them.
I don't know.
Every time I click on his stream, man, it's like him sitting in silence for like 10 hours, and then sometimes he gets up from his seat to like go get something, and the chat goes crazy.
I feel like when you look at a fish tank, right? You're just mesmerized, and they're not doing anything, but occasionally somebody comes by and they have those little pellets and they drop them in the top, and you're like, oh, and it's, you know, you're like, oh, that's good. And I feel like that's a Forsen stream, except there's a bunch of funny people watching the fish tank with you. That's the difference.
If there's one thing about Twitch, I feel like jokes just never die. Isn't that like the definition of crazy? I don't know, man.
We're kind of stuck in a time loop. Like today I said something about taxes. Someone asked me about taxes, and I said, this thing, something taxes. And I look over and somebody just types taxes OS frog. And I was like, oh my God, we've been here for like 8 years. It's never changed.
Bro, OS frog is actually one of my favorites.
Actually, I use resident sleeper more than OS frog. One of the things that happens on the internet more than real life though, right? People just do nothing but repeat jokes. Maybe this is a little mean to say. When you're in person, when you have a joke in your head and you know it's maybe not the best, social anxiety keeps you down, right? You don't say that joke. You're like, I'm not gonna say it unless I think it's a banger. But when you're online, people just type it out and they're like, haha, yeah, I did it. And so everyone's just so ready to be unfunny on the internet.
Yeah, they don't have to see your facial expression. Just say whatever cringe shit you want in the chat.
Do you feel like being a VTuber makes it easier for you to just be cringe?
Oh yeah, for sure. You have to act more animated if you want to look interesting, you know, as a VTuber. So I have to act like an actual TikTok NPC. Like, thanks to the roses. Like, moving my body.
I need more bullets. I need more bullets.
Yeah. You know, if I'm sitting here like this, it's not exactly fun to watch someone listening to a song while sitting like that, right?
I talk to my chat about how I'm introverted, and they go, no, you're not. You talk so much, and you talk to so many different people. You're not introverted. And I'm like, yes, I am. It's different when you're a VTuber. It's just different. When I see people in person, I just sit there. I just sit there and like thoughts come to my head and someone says something to me and I go, oh, yeah, I'm just introverted.
I think I've become more introverted since living around Asia for the past like few months. You don't know if someone speaks English or not, right?
Right.
More likely than not, they don't.
Yeah.
I'll muster up the courage to ask. And then they just give me the most blank expression. I'm like, never mind. Bye.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man.
I remember that when I was spending time in other places, that was when I became the most online heavy as far as internet usage. I was going to PC cafes and playing like StarCraft 2 and League and like all these things. And I was just, that was my cope, right? I would just go and play games and hope that someone there might speak English. That was it.
I like the idea of using someone else's computer. I feel dirty. You know?
Do you miss old PogChamp?
I do, actually.
Like, just visually, yeah. The guy aside, just looking at it, yeah, I miss the old PogChamp.
They've removed quite a few emotes over the years.
Honestly, because of 7TV and BTTV, we have alternatives for everything. I feel like the OG Twitch emotes have been on the decline, and it's all about 7TV now.
I think
is what
so
I've
too.
noticed.
Yeah,
I
for
saw
sure.
you I saw you going through the emote list. I just want to know, why didn't you want to add Goats Megalol to your chat? I'm so curious.
I don't want to add an emote that is an actual goatsy, bro. What?
So that emote actually originated in my chat.
What?
That one. It was we were sitting in my Discord making memes of you, right? So many people made Shadow the Hedgehog memes.
Oh God, no way! I didn't realize I have the same color scheme.
Could we make Shadow memes? And I was like, all right, if we're gonna make Shadow memes, we're gonna do this one. Kitten, please unblock me.
This reminds me of like those Joker memes. Have you seen the like ironic Joker memes recently? Put an F in front of the word art. This is called dark humor. You wouldn't get it. It's like, what?
I love those. Did you ever see the website YTMND? YouTube was not a thing yet. YTMND was the site where anyone could upload a picture or a GIF. Also some audio, also some text, and you would all do this separately and they would combine it. And this was where my internet humor was born. It was like, I'm gonna send you a YTMND.
Oh, it seems there's no audio right now. It's pretty quiet.
Really? Oh, okay, good.
It's like, oh, because it's loading, I think.
Yeah, it'll load and then you can hit play on it.
Oh, I have to. Oh my. I saw a bunch of these, and I feel like these type of websites are the ones that had screamers on them.
YTMNDs weren't too bad. They had an upvote, downvote, like a rating system.
Okay, that was the only thing that like people could think of that would be trolling.
Yeah.
Let me scare people.
I've noticed that is one of the things that always works. Get people really interested in something that is a little scary or a little morbid. Why does that always work? Like Markiplier videos, right?
There's like intrigue, you know? You feel kind of cool if you sit through a scary video or movie.
I did that. It was harder to make content of that kind, so all people had were screamers. That was it. So I liked horror content, but it wasn't content that other people made. It was just like movies and things, you know? That was the only format I had. And then by the time I was really like online a lot, everything had kind of evolved and people were now making horror content. I feel like I was just past it, and I was like, fuck, man, I can't enjoy this stuff because
I feel like horror content is not as scary as it used to be because the internet was like still really new. People would believe more stuff. Someone's saying it and it's on the internet, so it must be true. You're like, oh, what? No way.
Really? Oh my God.
When I was younger, I got so freaked out because I saw the Squidward suicide. Like, creepypasta. Bro, I got so scared. I didn't watch SpongeBob again. Never again. I got so traumatized. Really? Yeah.
I noticed that that's people's favorite thing to do is to take something that kids really like and make it scary, right? They love doing that.
Most kids stuff is easier to make look creepy. It's aimed towards kids, so they end up doing stuff that only kids would kind of get. But then when you like put it into an adult brain, it's like, well, that was kind of weird.
Right, you question it more.
Yeah, you question it more. So it's like weird. Even the designs of stuff. I used to watch Teletubbies, but looking back at it, they're kind of creepy.
They're so fucked up. They're so weird. It's just nothing scarier than taking something that should be like really comforting for a kid or really fun and colorful and playful and then just being like, now it's trying to kill you.
I just read too many creepypastas. I genuinely like fucked up my childhood, I think. Even today, I'm so traumatized of them and I still have habits because of it. Have you ever heard of like the dog licking story? Creepypasta thing?
Which one? I feel like I've heard something.
Every night, my dog licks my feet and...
Oh, yes!
Yeah, you know that one? The punchline of it was like, I felt licking on my toes, but then I looked, my dog was dead in the bathroom. And there was like a note that said, you taste good, or something like that. And it was like, what? And ever since then, I never stick my feet out.
Let me tell you a story about that. I do the same thing, where I always like, my feet are always covered. And it's because one of my brothers is like a huge troll. I was one of his favorite people to do this to. And for the most part, that's why I'm so like thick-skinned against trolling. I'm very patient. Someone will do something and I'll be like, all right, buddy. Because I'm just so used to it. I'm like, you can't do worse than him. my God. I used to have at the end of my bed this little like space between the bed and the wall, and I would store stuff there. One night he went and crawled in there and stayed hidden. I got into my bedroom, closed my door, turned the lights off, went to bed. Like an hour later, he like started like touching my foot, like to scare me. He like made a weird noise and like touched, and I freaked the fuck out. I was like, "Ah," and I thought like someone had broken in because my door was closed. I was like, there's something in here. I was so, oh my God. And then like I like turned the lights on and I like grabbed something. I was ready to like throw it, and it was just my brother, and he was like, hee, gotcha. And I was like, oh my God.
That's hardcore. Ever since I watched Final Destination, I'm never going on a roller coaster.
I never liked them, but also I'm really small. I'm
very big.
What?
completely
Really?
small. Yes, I'm really short. So when I sit in a roller coaster and I like pull the bar down, there's so much space between me and the bar. I am not strapped in at all. I'm like death gripping. Wow, I hope I don't fall out.
Man, the only thing I liked in theme parks was going to the splash zone, honestly.
Yes.
The worst part was I had to go back in wet clothing.
That's such like a kid thing. I feel like you don't experience that as an adult, but as a kid, you have so many like unfortunate situations, right? You like go home in wet clothes or like.
As an adult, you've already experienced these once, and that's enough. Since starting streaming, I kind of don't want to go anywhere. I think I've got a little bit addicted to streaming.
Yeah.
It does feel like an addiction. Streaming is so fun.
It's so hard for me to hit stop streaming. And I have told myself quite literally for like a year now, I'm going to stream more days, stream less time per day. So it's still a good number of hours. And then I'll have good hours after every stream that I could use. You know, my voice won't be run down. Like I could do this. Yeah, yay. I'm only like a year later, like now, doing that. Like, it took me so long because I would just be streaming and having a good time, and I would go for like 7-8 hours. Yeah, you know, it's fun. Haha. I was just chatting. I had no plans for stream. I just talked. I ended stream because I was feeling hungry, and I realized it had been 13 hours.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh no, I gotta stop this.
I normally just eat breakfast and then I start stream. By the time that I'm done, it's like midnight in Asia time. Oh fuck. I haven't even eaten because I don't like eating on stream.
I personally don't like mouth sounds and food eating sounds. But then too, I can't stream and not talk. I actually have a hard time doing this in person too. If I'm sitting there and eating with someone, I like have a hard time just eating my food because I'll just be talking. If I stream and I eat at the same time, I won't finish my food. Like most of the time. I'm
having like so much fun that I don't realize. I've been having very big gaming burnout. And I don't know if it's because I'm like getting older or if it's because games are just stale. Both.
Honestly, I think it's both. I have the same issue, but I think that's what it is. The more games you play, the more your standards have kind of changed. So when you get into a new game, it's not like all new to you. So your brain is just like, I've seen this. Whereas anytime I play something new in a genre that I haven't really played before, it's like the greatest experience ever. I'm like, oh, I love this, you know?
That's kind of how I felt when I played Undertale for the first time. It was kind of something I don't normally play, but then it was completely different, like, tone-wise to anything I played ever. When you get something like an Undertale, for me, it always feels really cool. It's like, oh, where has this been? Like, why haven't I played this? If I play it and then afterwards I feel like, why didn't I play this? That's a good game for me. Yeah.
One of my top favorite games now is Outer Wilds. It's a game that I played last year. Holy shit. It made it into my top 5 games of all time. It's so good.
Is it Bethesda?
Outer Wilds was a small indie dev. It was some guy in college. It was like really cool because he was dealing with like you can jump around on planets and there's like gravity to the center of the planet. So you're like running around in a circle and, you know, and as he's going, he was writing some more story with it. And he was like, I want to develop this into more. And it is like one of the best written games I've ever played. And it's all about exploration and learning. It's not about combat. It's literally just explore and learn and figure out what's going on so you can know what to do. It's so lore heavy, but they condensed it down so much. They hired a writer in and I had like watched an interview with her too, and she was talking about how her biggest task was say the most with the fewest words so that people understand everything that's going on, but they don't have to read through a lot of like dialogue.
At first, I didn't even want to play Skyrim because it looked intimidating. The logo, it looked like a horror game. So I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not playing this. But my friend convinced me to. They were like, yeah, like my character has Daedric armor. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? And then like a month later, I'm like, how do I get Daedric armor? Help me.
Did you play any of the earlier games after that?
No, I never did.
You have to play Oblivion.
Really? Does it hold up
well? Okay, in my opinion, it's the best Elder Scrolls game.
Okay.
It has jank to it.
Yeah.
But it's very charming. It's part of what makes the game good.
But I kind of like the scuff, to be honest. It makes it more human. It just reminds me of a time back then where people would enter like cheat codes into like games. Nowadays, I really feel like that's rare. People don't do that
It's not
anymore.
a thing anymore because they know that people will just break stuff.
GTA has the cheats as well. GTA 5 was released like a decade ago, so it doesn't really count.
It doesn't feel like it. I still see people like streaming GTA so much because GTA RP was so big. But like the game is so old. Like they need to make a new one, man. I really want to do like a GTA RP server with some VTubers, but I want to wait until there's a new game. Could you imagine if the rule is everyone has to act like a normal human and they all have to name themselves? They'd be like, yeah, I'm Paulie, I'm from New Jersey, and like they all have to RP like normal people.
Yeah, our RP is being normal people, like non-VTubers.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. What if they RP'd, like, if they had a job before VTubing?
Yeah.
They just RP that.
Job. I would hate that because before VTubing, my job was like being a and a
Also, if
Holy
you
shit,
want
it's been 2 hours?
Oh, it definitely has.
What the hell? Like, how long are these
hours
videos normally? Going corporate. GEEGA Chat episode 1, 19 minutes. Wait, we talked for 2 hours. Look at these 19
No, I talked with Mouse for 3.
Oh my god.